The uncertain future of Raúl Asensio at Real Madrid, promise, pressure, and potential departure. In recent days, the attention of the Real Madrid fanbase has been firmly focused on a topic that could have long-lasting implications for the club's sporting strategy. The future of Raúl Asensio, one of the most promising young defenders to emerge from the club's youth system in recent years. Asensio, who made waves last season with a series of highly encouraging performances, has captured the attention of fans and analysts alike for his combination of technical skill, tactical intelligence, and maturity beyond his years. However, despite his obvious potential and the high expectations surrounding him, Asensio currently finds himself at a crossroads, facing a period of uncertainty within the club. According to sources close to the Real Madrid board, the club is reportedly open to entertaining offers for the player, a revelation that has sparked heated debates both among fans and across European football circles. The root of this uncertainty appears to lie with the club's new managerial project under the guidance of Xabi Alonso, who has recently taken on the responsibility of shaping a squad capable of competing at the highest level domestically and in Europe. While Asensio impressed during the previous season, his place in Alonso's tactical plans seems far from guaranteed. Sources suggest that the manager envisions a squad structure in which Asensio is not a central figure, at least not immediately, raising questions about the young defender's role and minutes on the pitch. In a squad as competitive as Real Madrid, where every match carries enormous stakes, this lack of immediate trust from the coaching staff could be interpreted as a sign that the club might consider transferring him in the near future. The debate over Asensio's future is far from trivial. Some of Europe's most prestigious clubs, including Inter Milan, Arsenal, and Newcastle United, have reportedly shown interest in securing his services. This external interest highlights that Asensio's talent is recognized far beyond the borders of Spain, and any decision regarding his departure would carry ramifications not only for the club acquiring him but also for Real Madrid's long-term strategic vision. Asensio possesses a rare combination of attributes for a player of his age: tactical versatility, composure under pressure, defensive reliability, and the ability to read the game in critical moments. Beyond his technical skills, his leadership qualities, determination, and personality make him a player capable of influencing matches both on and off the ball. From a sporting perspective, selling Asensio at this stage of his career could mean losing a defender who, with the right environment, guidance, and continuity, could mature into a cornerstone of Real Madrid's backline for years to come. Football history demonstrates that young talents require time to adapt, make mistakes, learn from them, and ultimately establish themselves as elite performers. Real Madrid's own recent experience offers clear examples. Players such as Dani Carvajal, Nacho Fernandez, and Lucas Vázquez all faced periods of uncertainty or limited playing time before blossoming into reliable first-team regulars. Patience in managing homegrown talent has historically yielded not only sporting rewards but also a strengthened identity and sense of continuity within the squad. The potential sale of Asensio would not only affect Real Madrid's immediate defensive options but also carry broader symbolic implications. Maintaining a pathway for youth players conveys a message to aspiring talents that Real Madrid is a club where growth, development, and perseverance are valued alongside winning. Conversely, letting a player of Asensio's caliber leave prematurely could be perceived as prioritizing short-term results over long-term investment in the next generation. In a club with a history and culture as prestigious as Real Madrid, such decisions resonate far beyond the pitch. They reflect the organization's philosophy, its approach to nurturing talent, and its commitment to balancing immediate success with sustainable development. Financial considerations are also central to the discussion. In today's football ecosystem, where transfer fees reach astronomical heights and player salaries continue to escalate, the temptation to capitalize on a promising young player is significant. Selling Asensio could provide the club with an immediate financial boost, resources that could be reinvested into the squad or other strategic areas. Yet, this short-term gain must be weighed against the potential long-term sporting costs. Allowing a young, homegrown defender with proven potential to leave could create a void in the squad that might prove difficult and costly to fill, particularly with a player capable of integrating seamlessly into the club's playing philosophy and culture. Tactically, Asensio offers attributes that are increasingly rare in modern football. His ability to read the game, anticipate opposition movements, and initiate counterattacks makes him not just a solid defender but also a valuable asset in transitioning from defense to attack. Compared to other young European defenders of his generation, Asensio stands out for his combination of physicality, intelligence, and composure under pressure. In matches of high intensity, where tactical discipline is paramount, his presence provides stability and reassurance, qualities that are difficult to replace, even with established stars. Real Madrid's tactical evolution, particularly under managers seeking dynamic, ball-playing defenders, could have positioned Asensio as a key component in the coming years, provided he is given the opportunity to adapt and grow within the system. The psychological dimension cannot be overlooked either. Young players require confidence, support, and a sense of belonging to flourish. For a player like Asensio, whose character and determination have already drawn praise, the way the club manages this transitional phase could significantly influence his development trajectory. Continued faith from the coaching staff and structured opportunities to prove himself could transform potential into consistent performance at the highest level. Conversely, a decision to sell or marginalize him could interrupt this growth process and, in turn, affect his career trajectory and market valuation. In conclusion, the question of Raúl Asensio's future at Real Madrid represents more than a simple transfer rumor. It embodies the delicate balance between immediate results and long-term planning, between financial pragmatism and sporting philosophy, and between player development and team performance. The decision facing the club's leadership is a complex one, carrying consequences for squad composition, tactical flexibility, youth development, and the broader identity of Real Madrid. Fans, analysts, and observers across Europe will watch closely as the club navigates this critical juncture. For Raúl Asensio, the coming months could define whether he becomes a symbol of Madrid's enduring commitment to homegrown talent or embarks on a new chapter abroad, where his considerable abilities will undoubtedly continue to attract attention. Only time will reveal whether patience and strategic foresight will prevail, allowing a young defender to rise to prominence, or whether the immediate pressures of elite football will redirect the trajectory of one of Real Madrid's most promising talents. One thing is certain, Raúl Asensio has the skills, character, and potential to shape his own destiny, if given the right environment, support, and opportunity to do so. Hendrik's situation and the potential loan, a critical juncture in his career and Real Madrid's strategic planning. While the ongoing uncertainty surrounding Raúl Asensio's role at Real Madrid already captures attention and debate among fans, pundits, and the club's hierarchy, the case of Hendrik introduces a new layer of complexity that warrants even more careful analysis. The young Brazilian talent, who recently joined the Spanish giants, is at a crossroads in his career, a moment that could define his trajectory in European football. Hendrik arrived at Real Madrid with immense promise, having distinguished himself in youth competitions and international tournaments, and he quickly drew attention for his technical abilities, vision on the field, and adaptability. However, his early months at the club have been marked by challenges that make his immediate future a subject of intense scrutiny. Recent reports from credible sources suggest that Real Madrid is seriously considering sending Hendrik out on loan to another club. The goal would be to provide him with consistent playing time, something that has been difficult to secure due to the fierce competition for places in the first team and his own struggles with injuries. The primary destinations reportedly under consideration include Valencia, where Hendrik could secure regular minutes in La Liga and continue to adapt to Spanish football, and Tottenham Hotspur, where exposure to the intensity and pace of the Premier League could accelerate his development in new and challenging ways. Both options carry potential benefits, but they also present risks, not only for Hendrik's growth but for the club's long-term strategic vision. Hendrik's integration into Real Madrid's first team has been anything but smooth. Injuries, limited continuity in match appearances, and the inherent pressure of performing at the Santiago Bernabéu have all contributed to a slower-than-expected adaptation. For a player of his age, these factors can be decisive, influencing both confidence and progression. Real Madrid's leadership faces a delicate decision. Should they prioritize immediate match experience elsewhere to ensure that Hendrik remains competitive, or should they focus on fostering his growth internally, even if that means he plays fewer minutes in the short term? The decision is far from simple, as it touches on fundamental questions about the club's philosophy regarding the development of young players. From the moment Hendrik arrived, his commitment to Real Madrid has been exemplary. Observers and insiders alike have noted his professionalism, dedication, and palpable desire to succeed at the highest level of European football. He has shown an eagerness to learn from his coaches, understand tactical requirements, and integrate with his teammates. This drive reflects a maturity beyond his years, as well as a clear understanding of the standards and expectations that come with wearing the white jersey. Sending him out on loan, even temporarily, could interrupt this integration process, potentially sending a mixed signal to the player and the supporters regarding the club's faith in his abilities and long-term role. Hendrik's footballing talent is evident. His technical skills, spatial awareness, and adaptability across different positions make him a versatile asset for the team. More importantly, he has the mental and emotional resilience necessary to handle the pressure of playing at one of the world's most scrutinized stadiums. Young players often require time to develop fully, and factors like patience, consistency, and stable mentorship can be more crucial than immediate playing opportunities. A premature loan could inadvertently slow his development, limit his confidence, and compromise his ability to reach his full potential within the Real Madrid system. Moreover, keeping Hendrik in the squad aligns with the club's philosophy of nurturing homegrown and emerging talent. Real Madrid has a long-standing tradition of cultivating young players who demonstrate not only technical ability but also dedication, passion, and the right mentality. These players become more than just athletes. They become symbols of the club's vision for sustainable success, balancing the pursuit of short-term victories with the cultivation of long-term talent that can become the backbone of the team for years to come. In this sense, Hendrik's presence in the squad is a testament to Real Madrid's strategic approach to talent development, an approach that seeks to combine ambition with careful, deliberate planning. Decisions regarding Hendrik extend beyond the tactical and immediate sporting considerations. They also send a powerful message about trust, projection, and the club's vision for the future. By keeping him at Real Madrid, the club ensures that he continues to learn and grow under the supervision of experienced coaches, in an environment that challenges him daily and fosters improvement at the highest level. Conversely, a loan move could expose him to new styles of play and environments, but it might also isolate him from the core developmental resources that the club offers, such as tailored coaching, medical support, and exposure to elite-level competition alongside top teammates. The debate over Hendrik's future reflects a broader, enduring dilemma in elite football: the tension between immediate results and long-term planning. Clubs like Real Madrid must constantly navigate the delicate balance between securing instant success on the pitch and cultivating young players who may become central figures in the team for a decade or more. Hendrik represents precisely this type of player, a young talent with extraordinary potential whose growth could significantly influence the team's future trajectory. The way his situation is managed will not only impact his individual career, but may also shape the club's broader strategy for integrating youth talent into a team with consistently high expectations. Furthermore, Hendrik's case highlights the intricate interplay between individual development and collective ambition. His potential loan move is not just about minutes on the pitch. It is about ensuring that he remains in an environment conducive to sustained improvement, while also considering the immediate needs of a squad competing across multiple fronts. The coaching staff must weigh the benefits of exposure to competitive matches elsewhere against the advantages of internal training, tactical immersion, and gradual assimilation into the first-team culture. Each option carries consequences that could reverberate through Hendrik's development trajectory, the morale of other young players, and the expectations of the fanbase. In conclusion, Hendrik is at a pivotal moment in his professional journey. Every decision made now, whether it is to maintain him within the squad or to arrange a strategic loan, will have profound implications for his growth, confidence, and relationship with Real Madrid. The club must evaluate the situation through multiple lenses: the need for regular playing time, the continuity of his developmental process, his integration with the first team, and the long-term projection of a player with rare talent. Ultimately, the choices made regarding Hendrik's career are about more than short-term gains. They are about constructing a foundation for enduring success, upholding the club's philosophy of nurturing exceptional talent, and ensuring that players with extraordinary potential are given the right conditions to thrive both on and off the pitch. The story of Hendrik is, in many ways, a microcosm of Real Madrid's broader challenge: balancing ambition with patience, talent with opportunity, and immediate results with sustainable growth. The Vinícius Jr. bombshell: a potential earthquake at Real Madrid. The football world is buzzing with one of the most shocking pieces of news in recent years. Vinícius Jr., the Brazilian superstar who has become one of Real Madrid's most influential players, is reportedly refusing to renew his contract with the club. Sources close to the matter suggest that the club's board is seriously considering the unprecedented step of selling him, a decision that could mark a historic turning point for one of the world's most prestigious football institutions. Vinícius Jr. is far more than just a footballer for Real Madrid. Since his arrival at the Santiago Bernabéu, he has evolved from a highly touted prospect into a central figure in the club's attacking setup, combining blistering pace, exceptional dribbling skills, and a lethal finishing touch. He has become a symbol of hope and excitement for fans worldwide, capable of changing the outcome of a match with a single run or decisive touch. But his significance stretches beyond the football pitch. Vinícius is a global icon whose image fuels commercial deals, sponsorships, and international media attention. Consequently, any decision regarding his future carries ramifications not only for the team's sporting ambitions but also for Real Madrid's commercial strategy and global branding. Across Europe, some of the continent's elite clubs are closely monitoring the situation, with interest reportedly intensifying over the past few months. Premier League giants, Serie A powerhouses, and French heavyweights have all been linked to the Brazilian star. However, the attention is not limited to Europe. Clubs from the Saudi Pro League, with vast financial resources, are prepared to offer staggering figures, potentially exceeding €500 million, not only in transfer fees but also in salaries, bonuses, and commercial incentives. If such an offer were to materialize, it would rank among the most significant transfers in football history, not just in monetary terms but in terms of sporting and media impact as well. For Real Madrid, the decision is far from simple. President Florentino Perez has consistently emphasized that no player is above the club and that decisions must prioritize long-term stability and success. From this perspective, selling Vinícius could allow the club to reinvest the massive transfer fee into multiple high-caliber acquisitions, balancing the squad with both established stars and emerging talents. However, the risks are equally substantial. Losing a player with the ability to decide games on his own could affect team cohesion, on-field chemistry, and the morale of both players and supporters. From a coaching perspective, Carlo Ancelotti values Vinícius not only for his individual brilliance but also for the dynamics he creates within the squad. The Brazilian winger's movement, vision, and unpredictability complement other attacking talents, contributing to the team's overall offensive efficiency. Yet Ancelotti is also acutely aware that maintaining a harmonious locker room is critical to sustaining performance across a grueling season that encompasses domestic and European competitions. Managing a high-profile star like Vinícius requires diplomacy, leadership, and clear communication between the player, the coach, and the board. The implications of a potential departure extend beyond the sporting realm. Vinícius Jr. has become a cultural and commercial phenomenon. His social media presence, endorsement deals, and global recognition make him a valuable asset whose influence transcends the stadium. Yet Real Madrid has a history of reinvention. Over decades, the club has successfully navigated the exits of its greatest icons. Legends like Raúl, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, and Cristiano Ronaldo all departed at their peak or near it, yet the club managed to replenish its ranks with new talent capable of maintaining competitive dominance. In this sense, while the loss of Vinícius would be significant, history suggests that Real Madrid is structurally prepared to adapt and thrive. Moreover, Vinícius' situation highlights a broader, ongoing challenge in modern football: the balance between retaining star talent and prioritizing organizational strategy. Football clubs today operate in a complex ecosystem where economic interests, sporting objectives, and media narratives intersect. Should clubs retain a player whose individual brilliance might conflict with strategic goals or long-term planning? How can institutions balance the immediate benefits of star power against the sustainability of collective performance and financial prudence? Vinícius Jr.'s potential departure encapsulates this dilemma, offering a vivid case study in modern football management. If the sale proceeds, the consequences will ripple through multiple dimensions. Sporting-wise, Real Madrid would need to recalibrate its offensive strategies, integrating emerging talents or new signings to fill the void left by the Brazilian forward. Economically, the club could leverage the funds from the transfer to secure world-class players, reinforce multiple positions, and invest in long-term projects, such as youth development, facilities, or brand expansion. Medially, the departure of such a global icon would generate an unprecedented surge in headlines, social media commentary, and fan debates, impacting the club's narrative worldwide. Strategically, the outcome will ultimately depend on the interplay of several factors: Vinícius' personal ambitions, the board's negotiation stance, the offers on the table, and Ancelotti's tactical vision. A transfer could redefine Real Madrid's structure both on and off the pitch, forcing the club to reconsider its approach to squad depth, talent development, and brand positioning. It would also spark debates on leadership, authority, and how football institutions navigate the tension between individual star power and collective stability. In conclusion, Vinícius Jr.'s future is arguably the most talked-about topic in contemporary football. It is a story that transcends goals, contracts, and club allegiances, reflecting the complex interplay of talent, ambition, commerce, and strategy in a globalized sport. Whether he remains at the Bernabeu or departs for a record-breaking transfer, the ramifications of this situation will be studied for years, providing valuable insights into how one of football's greatest institutions balances tradition, ambition, and the pressures of modern-day football. The potential departure of Vinícius Jr. is not merely a transfer story. It is a landmark moment that encapsulates the challenges and opportunities facing elite clubs in today's football ecosystem, where player influence, financial power, and strategic foresight collide in ways never seen before. Real Madrid, as always, must navigate these waters carefully, balancing passion, pragmatism, and vision in its pursuit of enduring excellence.